The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First carry now for David Montgomery. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Montgomery on the counter. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Off play action, Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the 49ers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Now a play fake. Lance.
And that's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Shotgun now for Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sermon.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Credit the sack to Leighton Vander Esch.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
He's got room to run past the 20 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That's going to be a good matchup for him, using him out of the backfield and telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
Play action. It's Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Fields throwing again. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago 1st.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lance, a give now to Sermon. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for the first with Sermon.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Fields. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A shotgun snap, Fields. It's brought in by Harris. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. This one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Lance, they set up the screen for Sermon. Sermon with space, a 1st down and then some.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On the handoff, Sermon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
From the gun, it's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
He's at the 50, 30, 10.
Keep going, keep running,
touchdown, Chicago. He goes 105 yards on the kick return.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
A play fake for Sermon. Now Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
On play action, Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is down to 4. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. To throw is Fields. Airing it out deep for Smith. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On second down, another shot for Sermon. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on third down, Lance.
Got his target, Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that will finish off this third quarter of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this is Sermon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff. Sermon looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. This to the outside, it's Sermon. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Lance looking to throw it. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Javon Kinlaw able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the left.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline, and saves them a possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
First down, here's the run from Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Lambo on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Deontay Harris from it. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Lance now on first down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jalen Hurd, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Fields throw there taken in by Smith.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw.
That's caught by Montgomery. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Fields. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
He finds Smith out of the backfield. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 36, Lance. That one caught by Ross Drellick. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now it's Sermon.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Sermon.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know,
and my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. To the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Throwing again on second down. Fields. And it's caught off the deflection. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Steps away to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point tagged on by Lambo. And the lead will slow by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On first down, Fields.
He's got Smith here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Looking here for Smith downfield.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again is Fields.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
this defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The drive starts with a carry by Sermon. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
On second down, another shot for Sermon.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Now Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And that's going to be caught. Jalen Hurd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And his throw is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. To throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for San Francisco, they pick up win number 4 on the campaign as they emerge victorious here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Bears, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week